How do you feel when there's tension in your family?
How do we feel when there's tension in our family?
So I think all of us have experienced when there's tension, the experience of having tension in the family. It's not like just some of us. So, and of course, all of us, because we are part of the family, if there is tension in the family, of course we feel tense as well, right? So tension in the family means tension in us. And then the question is how to be okay with that tension, and maybe how to help that tension go into something that's not tense, right? Something which is, what's the opposite for you? What would you say the opposite is?
Relaxed.
Relaxed, yeah. How to relax again. So, one way that I shared, do you remember in the first talk, was if we have a bell in the home, when we notice there is tension, we can have our friend, the bell, and we go and everybody has got the permission to invite the bell. Even you're the youngest in the family. And you can go to the bell and you wake up the bell and you look at everybody and everybody agrees at that moment that if the bell is woken up, and then they will stop the words and you invite the bell, and at that moment everybody practices to relax, to let go of the tension as best they can, just even for 3 in-breaths and out-breaths, and it can create a little pause that, you know, allows the tension to maybe turn into being relaxed. You know, when you have a muscle, it's really tense, and then you keep it tense, and eventually it becomes very painful. We call it cramp, you know, when you get very sore. And sometimes it's actually hard to relax it. It's like it's staying put in that position. And you have to really concentrate to find a way to relax when your muscle has become very tight. And the bell can be, when we're talking about not a muscle, physical muscle, but like the emotional and the tension psychologically in the family, then we need to also find a way to concentrate, recognize there is tension, and choose to really concentrate and say, no, now I have to relax, this is not good. We relax that. Once we've relaxed, then we can respond to, because of course the tension maybe came from something, but we are, in the family, it's very natural that we react to each other, and we can make the situation worse because of the way we speak, the things we say. So once we've had that little pause, that everybody in the family agrees that we can at least have that pause, that can be enough for something else to come in. We've relaxed a little bit, and we can choose to respond to the situation in a different way that doesn't make it worse. We may still feel some hurt, somebody said something, or there is some difficulty, but maybe daddy says or somebody says in the family that is involved with maybe some difficulty, they say, okay, I need to take a little space, I need to go to the breathing room. Maybe we have a breathing room in our house. I need to go and take a walk outside. So our teacher Tai used to say that every house should have a breathing room. We have a living room, we have a room where we have the for all sorts of things, yeah. But if we can have one room which is like a safe room in the house, where anybody can go, where they want to touch their peace, and they want to restore their calm. And maybe there's some angry words, and even if it's in the middle of an argument, you have the right to go to that room to take refuge. And you go in the room and it should be agreed that nobody can disturb you. You can't continue. But you have to be sincere. When you go to that room, you're really going in order to breathe and to be calm again. And then when you come out of the room and the other person has also calmed down, you can speak to each other, and because you love each other, you'll find a way to do the right thing together that makes both of you happy, makes everybody happy in the family. Because the problem that maybe caused the tension is normally not so difficult. What is difficult is the tension. And what is difficult is that when we're tense, we say things that we regret. We say some angry words and we hurt each other. And then that becomes the problem, not the original thing. Not maybe because you had to go somewhere and you had to, somebody was late packing, or you didn't want to go and have your bath. I don't know what, it can be all sorts of little silly things that cause the tension, but then the tension becomes the main problem, and then the hurtful words. So to avoid that second part, we have to find ways to release the tension, and then we can quite easily maybe take care of the thing that caused the tension together. But the whole family has to agree, including the children and including the parents. So, and there are many ways. There is another method, which is called the cake in the refrigerator. Did you know about that one?
I've heard of it.
You heard of that one? So, you can have a bell, and you can also have a cake in the refrigerator. If you have a cake in the refrigerator, when there is tension, you say, maybe it's between your mummy and daddy, or maybe it's you say, "Daddy, mummy, there is a cake in the refrigerator," right? And then you go and you get the cake, and you take time to cut the cake. Say, "I cut, you choose." You divide the cake and you enjoy together, maybe even with a cup of tea, and you don't speak during that time, you just enjoy the cake. And if there is no cake in the refrigerator, because you forgot to have one ready, you can just say, "Mummy, Daddy, there is a cake in the refrigerator." And everybody knows what that means. And you go to the refrigerator, "Oh well, perhaps we should get one." But already you've made a break, and you've reminded everybody, because the expression "there's a cake in the refrigerator" is like a bell to say, "Hey, let's calm down and let's let's chill out and be cool with each other, and enjoy a moment. And then when we come back, we can resolve the thing that was causing the tension." So there's different ways. Is that good for you? Okay, thank you for your question. It'll help many, many people, because we all have tensions arise in our family. I have one one more question for the children.
I get angry a lot when I'm at home, probably the most in my family, and I don't know what to do to calm myself down.
And did you learn anything so far on the children's program about that?
Not a lot.
Brother Mountain, what have you been doing?
He's with the teens.
Oh, you're with the teens program? No?
Usually we're just doing games and that.
Yeah. So thank you for your question. So what age are you?
12.
12, yeah.
So I think it's good to have the support of your other family members. And you can say to your, I don't know who else is living in your family with you, is it your other family members who make you angry?
Yes.
Yeah. So, is your brother, your sister?
My brother.
Your brother, okay. So you need to sit down one day when you're not feeling angry with your brother and say, brother, there are certain things that you do that push my angry button. And I want to be able to tell you when you're doing those things so that you don't keep doing it and then I get angry and then I hurt you and then you hurt me and we both hurt each other and we both suffer. So when I start getting angry, I'm going to put up my hand like this just to show you, so you know that I'm getting angry. And then both of us together, we will follow our breathing. And like Brother Fablai said, if you can then go to the breathing room and invite the sound of the bell and sit down till you start to feel more calm and you feel that the anger is not so strong. So you need to ask each other for help. And your brother needs to say to you what you do that makes your brother angry. Because sometimes you push the button in your brother. And your brother also has to say, when you push that button in me, I'm going to make a sign so that you can stop and we can both breathe together. So you both have a sign for each other, to help each other. And then you won't have to suffer so much. Because you and your brother, you both come from the same mother and father. So it's like when you have a tree, then it has two branches come, and you're both branches of the same tree. So you want to understand the other branch of the tree. You want to understand each other. And if you can talk together and say what it is that pushes my angry button, then you understand your brother better. And then you say, what do I do that pushes your angry button? And then your brother will understand you better. So you can find a way to take care together. And if you need your mother and father to help as well. Sometimes they also say things or do things that make you feel angry. You can also talk to your mother and father like that and ask them to help you overcome your anger. because we all have anger in us. Everybody has anger, and the only thing is that because we are human beings, we don't have to go out and fight each other. We can know how to take care of our anger and help each other to do that. It's okay.
Thank you.
That's really good questions, and we can maybe. I want to share that there's a really good book in the bookshop, hopefully, called Anne's Anger, and I recommend it. I buy that for my young children in my family. So I want to maybe suggest that you have a read of maybe together in the children's program. Well, you could have a look at that book. It's a really great story about taking care of anger as well. We would, even though we said 3 questions, we noticed that so far it was 3 boys. We wondered if one girl would like to ask a question. Just take the microphone. Any girl? Or have a sound of the bell first, and then you think if you have a question, okay? Check inside. Oh, you have a question?
If you're scared, what do you do?
Scared. Yeah. What do you do?
Dear respected Thai, dear sisters, brothers, and Sangha, hello, what's your name? Rosie, yeah. When I was young, and I was scared a lot. But when I scared, I just run away. Because I don't know how to practice, how to calm down myself. Because when I scared, I look deeply in that thing, like why I get scared from that. Like, can you tell me what you scared for?
Ghosts?
Ghosts.
No.
Or
What are you scared of? Get scary. Television? Something?
from school or from friends or
No, he lost his leg. Yeah,
And her father lost his leg.
that was really scary.
yeah.
He had a big accident,
Yeah.
motorbike accident.
Yeah.
Lost his leg.
Yeah. From your experience, I just remember about myself when I was 12. It almost 12. My father, the snake bite. Snake bite. My father is very dangerous at that time, and I just came back from school, and I heard that when I got home, I cannot stand or I cannot speak anything. I just cry all the time because I scared that my father will go away from my family. But luckily at that time I know about Buddhism, but not in this tradition. we learn about we evoke the name of the Buddha and the name of Avalokitesvara, like we evoke at beginning of this retreat. You remember? So at that time, luckily I remember that, and I went to my bedroom and I evoke by myself the name of the Avalokitesvara. And after a while, I get better, because we are very young, and then we don't know how to do that. The best situation come to us. So after that, I went out from the room, and I saw my brothers, and my mother went to hospital with my father. So we be there, and I the youngest, the oldest. So I need to be solid. I need to be calm for my brothers. I have two younger brothers. So we are together, and some our friends, neighbor, come to us and just be there with us. And then I remember at that time I be more better. And then I'm aware that even though we got the bad situation, but we still have something very good, something we can enjoy with. Like we still have friends, we still have the nature, all the best things around us. So after that. Maybe 1 or 2 days, my mom came back from the hospital, and she told me that my father got better. So the day after, we all came to hospital to visit my father. That's my story. But even we young, but we also. Easy to get in the bad situation, though, so it make us scared or suffer or worry. But just remember to smile a little bit, gentle smile. So with your gentle smile, make you feel more better. And now we know how to practice the mindful breathing and mindful walking. So when we feel the energy of scare, of sadness in you, you can just remember to put your hand on at your abdomen, and you just breathing. Yeah, we don't let the idea, the thinking up in your mind, your head. You bring it down to your belly, so you can remember you are still alive, even whatever will happen. So you will be more solid, more take deep root in the earth. So the earth will carry you on the way. Just enjoy, relax, and be mindful. Just remember to put your hand at your abdomen. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, smile also. Thank you for your question.
I just add a bit because, just like Sister Minchi shared, when we put our hand on our abdomen like this, it's also a really good image that I find helpful, is you imagine that your abdomen here is like the trunk of a tree. Okay? So like you're a tree, and when you have the fear, the scary feeling, it's like a storm. And the storm is making the branches at the top go, yeah? And if you're in the top of the tree, you're going to feel like, oh no, oh my gosh, this way, that way. And you feel very scared and very, so you have to come down, 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 down to the trunk of the tree, And what's happening to the trunk of the tree in the storm? What's happening? It's staying still, right? You imagine the tree in the storm, and the trunk of the tree is the place where it's okay. It can go through the storm. So the storm is happening, but you come to the trunk, and that's coming to your abdomen. And then you breathe. Breathe in and out. So when the scary feelings come, even it's a memory, even now it's no longer frightening, right? But it happened before, and sometimes the memory come, and you just remember to come there. And like Sister Minchi share, the sister share, you don't think about it, just be with your breathing. And Sister Minchi shared about the Avalokiteshvara chant, but maybe that's not something you would remember, but there is a song that we sing. I'd like to invite the whole Sangha to sing. So as we put our hand on our abdomen, we be all together, because we all experience scary feelings. We all experience anxiety. So come back to the trunk of your tree. What's your name, sweetie? Rosie. So with Rosie, we do together. Okay? Feel your abdomen rising and falling. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, we sing together. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release, present moment, wonderful moment. Again. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release, present moment, wonderful moment. Yeah, sing to yourself like that with your breathing when we have a scary feeling. Okay. So thank you to the children